highlighting Chicano filmmakers. And kind of one of the classics and sort of annual favorites is the Frontera Filmmakers Block, which seeks to highlight borderlands filmmakers on both sides of the border. So that's definitely a showcase and a shorts block that highlights local talent, and we're super excited.
I'm Dave Drexler with Inside Art. This week, previewing the 33rd Annual San Diego Latino Film Festival, celebrating the diverse expression of Latino cinema, arts, and culture March 18th through 22nd at the AMC Mission Valley, Digital Gym Cinema, and Southwestern College Performing Arts Center. The festival screens more than 140 feature films and shorts from Latin America, the U.S., and abroad, along with opening and closing night parties, filmmaking workshops, Q&A sessions with visiting filmmakers, and more. Here to preview this year's festival is Diana Cervera, the Community Engagement and Programs Manager for the Media Arts Center, the longtime presenting organization of the San Diego Latino Film Festival. Diana, it's great to have you with us on Inside Art.
Hello, great to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
I noticed that the festival is just a little shorter this year in terms of days, not in terms of films, but the thrust of the festival has remained the same, and the same commitment to emerging and established filmmakers throughout the Latino world. And it is a very wide range. I mean, when you think about it, tell us a little bit about where these films come from.
Yeah, so we received over 500 submissions from all over Latin America, the US, Europe, really from all over the world. So it's really exciting to get to preview work and the perspectives of artists and filmmakers from all over. So you'll see that reflected in our program. We had sort of a huge undertaking to review all these films and, to have the respect and care to review every submission, understanding how much work it takes to create even a short film. And so, yeah, it was really a pleasure to be able to preview all of this work.
And as you previewed and curated this festival for this year, did you notice any trends happening in, either subject matter or the way films are being produced?
Absolutely. I think that within the political climate and the political backdrop, um, in the country surrounding immigrants, there were a lot of narratives and films and documentaries aiming to address what we're seeing happen in our country. And I think that shedding light on the voices of people impacted was something that we definitely saw very prevalent in the submissions this year.
And the turnaround for films now, of course, with in the digital age is a lot shorter, so they're able to address these things.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was really impressive to see, filmmakers kind of taking action. I think that when we think about art and the way that it can accompany social movement, it's always really beautiful to see that artists really take on the challenge or take on that commitment to reflect society, to reflect back messages and stories that maybe aren't what we're seeing in the mainstream. And I think that film really carves out this powerful space for counter narrative, right? For us to think about perspectives that are coming directly from folks impacted by some of the things we're seeing. And definitely there was, a wide range of topics, but this was definitely a through line, a theme present in the submissions.
Well, let's talk about some of the specific films and categories that will be presented as part of the San Diego Latino Film Festival. By the way, 3 different locations this time at the AMC Mission Valley, Digital Gym Cinema, and Southwestern College Performing Arts Center. Is that one new, Southwestern College?
So each year we'll try to have one big screening there, and so this year we're excited to have our tribute screening there. As you know, this year our tribute artist is Luis Valdez, and we're previewing a new documentary that just made its way through Sundance, American Pachuco, the legend of Luis Valdez. So we'll have one screening at the AMC Cinema, and then we'll have an encore screening on Sunday at Southwestern College.
Well, he is a legendary Chicano artist, creator of Zoot Suit. And, in the theater and on film, he's a one-of-a-kind artist. What can you tell our audience members who may not be familiar with him and his work?
Yeah, so Luis Valdez is definitely living and breathing historical figure. And so we have the distinct pleasure to welcome him in person. He will be attending on the Saturday screening where we'll present him with his tribute award. But for those that don't know, Luis Valdez began his work in the farm worker fields as part of um, the farm workers movement alongside Cesar Chavez and Dolores Huerta, and he started his Teatro Campesino project the second week of the Delano's grape strike. And he just started performing actos, which are small, short skits and satirical kind of like performances that help to sort of inspire the folks that were walking the strike. And so from there, he continued to write plays and continued to write movies, and Zoot Suit became a film later on, and that film gave many Latino artists that we know today sort of their start, Edward James Olmos being one of them. He's also the director and writer of La Bamba, which is another, sort of cult classic and favorite in the Latino community. But I think that we look back at those films with so much excitement. But at the time when Luis Valdez was doing this work, there was no room. There was very little room in Hollywood for stories about Chicanos and Latinos, and he really paved the way for many of us today. So it's really an honor, I think, considering the political moment we're living, to have someone like Luis Valdez be a great example of how art um, can accompany social movement and really drive change.
Well said. Very much a titan in that field. And you'll be screening two of his films along with that new documentary. Tell us about the ones that will be screening additionally.
We'll be playing La Bamba, and La Bamba will be playing 4:30 right before the screening of American Pachuco and the tribute screening, which will happen Saturday, March 21st. And we will also be playing Zoot Suit, so folks will have an opportunity to come watch, all the films that Luis Valdez has made, but have also the pleasure to meet him and hear him speak on Saturday, March 21st. So it'll be a real treat, and we hope that many folks can join us, especially those that maybe aren't familiar with who Luis Valdez is.
Well, part of the charm of this festival and many others like it is that you get to meet a lot of the filmmakers who accompany their work here. And who else will be coming to town to accompany their films?
Yeah, so we were really excited to welcome lots of local filmmakers and definitely some talent from Mexico. A few films I'd like to highlight on opening day. We have a film called 20 Pounds to Happiness, and we'll be joined by Josefina Lopez, the writer of Real Women Have Curves, who's the writer of
Oh,
this
yeah.
film. And the director, Yelina de Leon, will also be there, and she's also the star of the film. On also, we'll have Ricardo de Montrul, who is the director of a new film entitled Mistura that stars Barbara Mori. For those of you that don't know her, she's like a celebrity, a novela star. So we're excited to also potentially welcome her. Um, we also on Thursday will have Quetzal, a Grammy Award winning band, Chicano band, that will be joining us on opening night at El After Social Club, playing a special set, and then a documentary about their legacy and their work will be playing on Thursday. Um, I'd also like to mention that we're excited to welcome the animators and directors of Mexico's first stop motion film, Soy Frankelda. They'll be joining us on Friday at 7 p.m., Roy and Arturo Ambris. And for those that are, you know, Chicano scholars, Chicano studies folks, we have ASCO Without Permission, which is a new documentary celebrating the work of Chicano performance art group ASCO. And we'll also be excited to welcome a few of the members from the performance group as well on Saturday. So, yeah, we have a lot of exciting guests joining us.
You briefly mentioned in that response that there'll be an opening night and closing night party. Tell us how people can get involved in that.
Yes, we really hope that many folks will join us. If you haven't already purchased your tickets for opening night party, it'll be hosted at El After Social Club in downtown, and starting at 8 p.m. So as I mentioned, we'll have Quetzal, we'll have local DJs and musicians. It's going to be a night to remember. We'll have local talent that's arriving to the festival attending, and also our closing night party. and award ceremony scheduled for Saturday, March 21st. So definitely grab your tickets for that because that's definitely the larger kind of go out with the bang party happening at UCSD Park and Market starting at 8 p.m. We'll have a Arte Latino exhibition on the second floor. We'll have a few films playing up until 8 p.m. So yeah, you don't want to miss it.
Well, a big emphasis on this festival has always been a celebration of the local filmmakers and a special series of short films created by locals. What have you got this year that you're proud about?
Yeah, so this year we have a few additional shorts programs. We added this year a shorts block entitled En Corto Boricua that is presented in partnership with House of Peru, highlighting Puerto Rican filmmakers locally and in the diaspora. We also have a Chicano shorts block highlighting Chicano filmmakers. And kind of one of the classics and sort of annual favorites is the Frontera Filmmakers block, which seeks to highlight borderlands filmmakers on both sides of the border. So that's definitely a showcase and a shorts block that highlights local talent. And we're super excited to present not only a narrative shorts block, but also a documentary shorts block and 3 feature films from borderlands filmmakers during this showcase.
Well, Diana, how can people get tickets and more information about the San Diego Latino Film Festival?
So our full schedule is currently live on our website. So if you search SD Latino Film, you can view the full schedule where you can view trailers, you can read more about the films that we'll be presenting. You can search by country, you can search by showcase. So if there's a theme or country you're interested in sort of looking for films from, you are able to filter and search our schedule through those tags. And all the information for tickets and location are on the website, and they're all live right now.
Most of the films will be screened at AMC Mission Valley Cinemas Central in San Diego. This has been a great venue for you.
Yeah, it's been really great. And this year we're excited to activate our festival village, which will be completely outdoor. And every day of the festival, we'll have our Sonido stage active with different forms of entertainment. We'll even have a salsa class. We'll have a little bit of bomba. We'll have some of the acts that are maybe featured in some of our shorts or feature films also presenting. We have an artist called La Panamenita coming to perform some of her work, and she's associated with one of our short films exploring music and identity. So there's a lot of little treats that will be happening. We'll be there hanging out at our filmmakers tent. So lots of ways to engage with us outside of the screenings as well.
What a celebration of Latino culture in San Diego and abroad with the San Diego Latino Film Festival. I've been speaking with its Community Engagement and Programs Manager, Diana Cervera. Thank you very much, Diana, for joining me on Inside Art to share all the good news about this.
Thank you so much. Excited to see you at the festival.
The 33rd Annual San Diego Latino Film Festival runs March 18th through 22nd at the AMC Mission Valley Cinemas, the Digital Gym Cinema in downtown San Diego's East Village, and the Southwestern College Performing Arts Center. For a full schedule, tickets, trailers, and more information, you can visit sdlatinofilm.com. Inside Art is made possible with support from the members of Jazz 88.3. Replays and extended versions of every Inside Art broadcast are available online at jazz88.org/Inside Art. Our theme is created and performed by Bill Mays, whose music is available at billmays.net. Again, my thanks to Diana Cervera and Juan Mandelbaum. For Jazz 88.3, I'm Dave Drexler. Join me again on air and online for another edition of Inside Art. Breaking Jazz is next.